The great thing about this episode was the fact it was markedly better than episode 1. I think we can both agree on that.
Yeah, it was much more enjoyable.
Yeah.
Episode 1 seemed a bit more disjointed. Episode 2 was... I was laughing through it.
Hey, NarendraTheComic again.
India!
No, we got nonsense, but right now we have episode 2 of What If, or our review of episode 2 of What If. You're not getting the actual show here because we'd be struck down, copyright, we'd probably get taken off of YouTube.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be very fun. I know some reactors do it. They like cut their overall reactions to whole episodic TV shows and then they put it up and it's like 30-minute episodes of a 40-minute show. Very weird stuff.
How's that allowed?
I don't know. I'm not sure how they get away with it, but they do. I'm not taking that risk.
We're not risking
We take
that.
enough risks. I think there were a lot of different aspects that made this specific episode good. When you really think about it, T'Challa, Chadwick Boseman, his last appearance, and you really felt like it was real.
Yeah.
It didn't really feel like it didn't fit. That was the one great thing about this show above everything else. The voice acting sounded great.
Yeah, the voice acting was perfect. Everything fit together like a jigsaw puzzle pieces, and it felt like one full picture, whereas the first episode, even though these actors were reprising their roles for the animation, it didn't feel right, but this time everything kind of melded together and it created this really full experience for this one episode. I was really engrossed.
And if the rest of the episodes are more like this than the first one, then I'm definitely more engaged in this show. I think that overall, there was a good story there. I think there was. The problem for me was in making T'Challa, this version of T'Challa, incredible. They kind of just made Peter Quill look like dog shit.
Yeah.
Like, I have to be fair, Peter Quill is one of my favourite characters in the MCU. Guardians of the Galaxy 1, honestly, changed my life. It did. It did. It's space opera. It was Star Wars, but more funny.
Yeah.
That's what made it great. I think when you took that out, you got a good story, good characters, engaging dialogue, but you made it feel like you were slapping Peter Quill around the face with a wet fish. And I didn't like that, especially the way it ended.
Yeah.
Like, it's like Peter Quill is in a Dairy Queen mopping up the floors.
Yeah.
I understand that is likely the case, what could be happening if he didn't go off and get caught by the Ravagers. But I didn't like it.
I will say that Peter Quill has a certain charisma, and Chris Pratt as Peter Quill fits so well.
Yeah.
But this version of Star-Lord had a different sort of charisma.
Yeah.
Like, best elements of T'Challa as being this very kind person who cares so much about other people.
Yeah.
That was exemplified in Black Panther. It just got expanded into, like, him caring about the whole universe, and
Yeah.
it fits so well.
What they did with this is they took T'Challa from Black Panther, that character archetype, which is what he is, and they put him into the Ravagers. Because of that, he softened the Ravagers, and they became kind of like Robin Hood-like people, which is fine, but that in and of itself makes Peter Quill look bad, because it's the fact that he didn't change them to be better people.
You say that, but they weren't... I mean, yeah, you're right. He didn't change them to be better people, but they were already reasonable
No, they
people.
weren't.
I mean, they stuck up for each other.
The Ravagers?
Yeah.
No.
No, they didn't.
They were killing each other in Guardians
you're right.
2.
There were mutinies.
Peter Quill's character fit in with that crew. What they did is they changed the entire concept so T'Challa could look amazing.
Yeah.
And yes, it's What If, but this exists in the multiverse now. This is a real story that is there in MCU canon. And it was a great thing to see T'Challa and Chadwick Boseman in this character.
Yeah.
And I think it was way better than the first episode.
Oh, there was one thing that I just was like, wait, what?
What?
Thanos? Are you telling me that T'Challa
He was able to do it to Thanos.
outwitted him to being like,
There are enough minerals, there's enough
Resources.
resources in the
you
galaxy.
don't need to snap people away and do this mass genocide thing
Yeah.
that everyone kept going on throughout the whole episode. He just talked him down.
Yeah.
Thanos is like a madman, right? He's the mad titan. I don't think he's talked downable.
It's What If, though. So they're trying to make you view it in a way which you would have never thought of before, which is fine.
I get it.
But you bitched Thanos it. They just said, we're going to get this thing, the genesis of creation or something, whatever it was. It would have made sense for them to say, this is the thing we can give Thanos to placate him.
Yeah,
that
I would've-
would have made sense.
Yeah.
And they could have got around it, but that's not what they said in this episode.
I don't know why. Like, because you had these two things immediately there, you could have just put them together and it would have made more sense as a story if T'Challa was going to find this Genesis Evergreen thing.
To
be
convince
like,
Thanos to not
you can
destroy
take-
half the universe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That would have been great.
that would have been an
But
epic
then
story.
there are so many options with these types of shows because the storytelling is unlimited that no one is ever going to be completely happy because you're always going to say, you could have done like this. There are no limitations. You could have done this.
Yeah.
So it's always hard for the creator to make something that's going to please most people.
I was actually kind of sad when it finished. I was doubly sad when we saw the memorial for Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah, and it was very well paced, I think. The first one felt really long for some reason. It felt excruciatingly long. This one felt like it was almost film-esque in the way it was paced. It didn't feel like a 30-minute piece of television, whereas the other one felt like it was trying to be a 30-minute piece of television, but felt like an hour and a half, 2-hour-long movie. I felt like I didn't get anything out of that first episode, whereas there was something distinct and unique about this one.
I think because the first one was very much a copy-paste of Captain America, we had such a direct link and comparison for every story beat. And it was following the whole story of Captain America in this much time. So it felt like it was longer, very clunky. But this one, it was a totally new story, and we just got to fall into it in a very lovely way.
Yeah. At the beginning, it was a bit confusing when T'Challa had come out of Wakanda, and he was obviously going to be taken by the Ravagers. I said, wait, his dad just had a speech with him about being of royal blood and stuff, and him being the son of a king. And it's like, wait, did his mom and Ego have a bit of a, you know, hoo-ha somewhere in Wakanda? No, doesn't seem to be the case. The Ravagers just messed up. And I'm glad they went that route because that kind of preserves the heritage of the character a bit more as opposed to going the other route. But at the end of the day, Peter Quill is going to meet his dad in this universe and they're going to destroy it. So yeah, Celestials. Very, very powerful. And we got a look of what Nebula would be like if Thanos hadn't been slicing and dicing her up as well.
Yeah.
Blonde haired? I mean, Karen Gillan, she has a voice.
Yeah,
she has a voice.
Karen Gillan's voice really fit.
Yeah.
It was very, very lovely.
She should do voice acting more. Like, she's good at it. She's surprisingly good at it.
There was a certain charisma in her voice that no one else actually had. It wasn't just them being the characters. The way she was delivering the lines was different.
The question is, where's Gamora?
Yeah.
Sorry, who is Gamora? Why
is Gamora?
There you go. That is the question now. Like, where was she in this episode? Because you clearly saw the Black Order in this one. So where was Gamora? Anyway, guys, if you did enjoy this video, please do like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel down there. If you didn't, Thanos himself gonna come after you. Not this bitch Thanos. The actual Thanos, the Mad Titan. Maybe he'll have all 6 gems. Even though they mean nothing in the MCU now. So that's a bit shitty. But Thanos will come after you. You don't want that, do they want that?
No.
You really don't, so just subscribe anyway to avoid that. Now, I've been NarendraTheComic.
I'm India.
She's been on Sensei. You've been Graham. We'll see you next time. That's tomorrow. If you don't know, make a video every single day. Been doing it every day for over 1,000 days now. We ain't stopping till we get to 10,000 subscribers. So do subscribe. Pop back again tomorrow for some more quality shitty content, because we're hashtag never not here, just how it goes. Also bring the podcast means nonsense in Punjabi, and we also bring that. Bring a lot, bring a little, do a lot, do a little, but we do indeed bring the quality shitty content on a daily basis. So see you tomorrow. More the same, slightly different, but essentially the very same. Once more, see you then. Skadoosh.